Web Daily Bible, Day 146. Nehemiah Chapter 3. Then Eliashib the high priest rose up with his brothers the priests, and they built the sheep gate. They sanctified it and set up its doors. They sanctified it even to the tower of Hemaiah, to the tower of Hananel. Next to him the men of Jericho built. Next to them Zaccur the son of Imri built. The sons of Hassenaah built the fish gate. They laid its beams and set up its doors, its bolts, and its bars. Next to them Meremoth the son of Uriah, the son of Hakkoz, made repairs. Next to them Meshullam the son of Berechiah, the son of Meshezabel, made repairs. Next to them Zadok the son of Baana made repairs. Next to them the Tekoites made repairs. But their nobles didn't put their necks to the Lord's work. Joiada the son of Paseah and Meshullam the son of Besodiah repaired the old gate. They laid its beams and set up its doors, its bolts, and its bars. Next to them Melatiah the Gibeonite and Jadon the Meronothite, the men of Gibeon and of Mizpah, repaired the residence of the governor beyond the river. Next to him Uzziel the son of Harhiah, goldsmiths, made repairs. Next to him Hananiah, one of the perfumers, made repairs, and they fortified Jerusalem even to the wide wall. Next to them Rephaiah the son of Hur, the ruler of half the district of Jerusalem, made repairs. Next to them Jediah the son of Harumaph made repairs across from his house. Next to him Hattush the son of Hashabniah made repairs. Malchijah the son of Harem and Hashub the son of Pahath-Moab repaired another portion and the tower of the furnaces. Next to him Shallum the son of Hallohesh, the ruler of half the district of Jerusalem, he and his daughters made repairs. Hanun and the inhabitants of Zanoah repaired the valley gate. They built it and set up its doors, its bolts, and its bars, and 1,000 cubits of the wall to the dung gate. Malchijah the son of Rechab, the ruler of the district of Beth-Hakkerem, repaired the dung gate. He built it and set up its doors, its bolts, and its bars. Shallun the son of Kol-Hoseh, the ruler of the district of Mizpah, repaired the spring gate. He built it, covered it, and set up its doors, its bolts, and its bars. And he repaired the wall of the pool of Shelah by the king's garden, even to the stairs that go down from David's city. After him, Nehemiah the son of Azbuk, the ruler of half the district of Beth-zur, made repairs to the place opposite the tombs of David, and to the pool that was made, and to the house of the mighty men. After him, the Levites. Rehum the son of Bani made repairs. Next to him, Hashabiah, the ruler of half the district of Keilah, made repairs for his district. After him, their brothers, Bavai the son of Henadad, the ruler of half the district of Keilah, made repairs. Next to him, Ezer the son of Jeshua, the ruler of Mizpah, repaired another portion across from the ascent to the armory at the turning of the wall. After him, Baruch the son of Zabbai earnestly repaired another portion, from the turning of the wall to the door of the house of Eliashib the high priest. After him, Meremoth the son of Uriah, the son of Hakkoz, repaired another portion, from the door of the house of Eliashib, even to the end of the house of Eliashib. After him, the priests, the men of the surrounding area, made repairs. After them, Benjamin and Hashub made repairs across from their house. After them, Azariah, the son of Messiah, the son of Ananiah, made repairs beside his own house. After him, Binnui, the son of Henadad, repaired another portion, from the house of Azariah to the turning of the wall, and to the corner. Palal, the son of Uzai, made repairs opposite the turning of the wall, and the tower that stands out from the upper house of the king, which is by the court of the guard. After him, Pedaiah, the son of Parosh, made repairs. Now the temple servants lived in Ophel, to the place opposite the water gate toward the east, and the tower that stands out. After him, the Tekoites repaired another portion, opposite the great tower that stands out, and to the wall of Ophel. Above the horse gate, the priests made repairs, everyone across from his own house. After them, Zadok, the son of Immer, made repairs across from his own house. After him, Shemaiah the son of Shechaniah, the keeper of the east gate, made repairs. After him, Hananiah the son of Shelemiah, and Hanun, the sixth son of Zalaph, repaired another portion. After him, Meshullam the son of Berechiah made repairs across from his room. After him, Malchijah, one of the goldsmiths to the house of the temple servants and of the merchants, made repairs opposite the gate of Hamifkad and to the ascent of the corner. Between the ascent of the corner and the sheep gate, the goldsmiths and the merchants made repairs. Chapter 4. But when Sanballat heard that we were building the wall, he was angry and was very indignant, and mocked the Jews. He spoke before his brothers and the army of Samaria, and said, "What are these feeble Jews doing? Will they fortify themselves? Will they sacrifice? Will they finish in a day? Will they revive the stones out of the heaps of rubbish, since they are burned?" Now Tobiah the Ammonite was by him, and he said, "What they are building, if a fox climbed up it, he would break down their stone wall. Hear, our God, for we are despised. Turn back their reproach on their own head. Give them up for a plunder in a land of captivity. Don't cover their iniquity. Don't let their sin be blotted out from before you, for they have insulted the builders." So we built the wall, and all the wall was joined together to half its height, for the people had a mind to work. But when Sanballat, Tobiah, the Arabians, the Ammonites, and the Ashdodites heard that the repairing of the walls of Jerusalem went forward, and that the breaches began to be filled, they were very angry, and they all conspired together to come and fight against Jerusalem, and to cause confusion among us. But we made our prayer to our God, and set a watch against them day and night because of them. Judah said, "The strength of the bearers of burdens is fading, and there is much rubble, so that we are not able to build the wall." Our adversaries said, "They will not know or see until we come in among them and kill them, and cause the work to cease." When the Jews who lived by them came, they said to us 10 times from all places, "Wherever you turn, they will attack us." Therefore I set guards in the lowest parts of the space behind the wall, in the open places. I set the people by family groups with their swords, their spears, and their bows. I looked and rose up, and said to the nobles, to the rulers, and to the rest of the people, "Don't be afraid of them. Remember the Lord, who is great and awesome, and fight for your brothers, your sons, your daughters, your wives, and your houses." When our enemies heard that it was known to us, and God had brought their counsel to nothing, all of us returned to the wall, everyone to his work. From that time forth, half of my servants did the work, and half of them held the spears, the shields, the bows, and the coats of mail. And the rulers were behind all the house of Judah. Those who built the wall and those who bore burdens loaded themselves. Everyone with one of his hands did the work, and with the other held his weapon. Among the builders, everyone wore his sword at his side, and so built. He who sounded the trumpet was by me. I said to the nobles, and to the rulers, and to the rest of the people, "The work is great and widely spread out, and we are separated on the wall, far from one another. Wherever you hear the sound of the trumpet, rally there to us. Our God will fight for us." So we did the work. Half of the people held the spears from the rising of the morning until the stars appeared. Likewise, at the same time, I said to the people, "Let everyone with his servant lodge within Jerusalem, that in the night they may be a guard to us and may labor in the day." So neither I, nor my brothers, nor my servants, nor the men of the guard who followed me took off our clothes. Everyone took his weapon to the water.